That's what justice is, what you wanted. That's what justice is, what we wanted. That's what justice is. Stay free if you want it. Every day I want to watch a soul return. The Obamas make money and the Trumps to burn. Work on busting tables. How else could they stay in New York and Florida without working in the place? Is it a choice or requirement for you to make a living? It's a democracy and we want to vote. Should the Trumps earn a living? Lock them up if they don't want to work for the dollar. We know the way they got rich was enslaving us, so now we the power. I thought that's what you wanted. That's not. All I wanted is just trying to be black, not a Trump full of lies. He goes to jail because the thing in Shaheen's eyes. And the way he says, you're too black. Shaheen doesn't play. Cops don't have a right to give us what Trump thought we wanted. Clean New York if you want to pay your bills, Donald. 370 million's not enough. We want to watch you clean, watch you serve, live at the minimum wage and sleep on the street so we can call you a hero. Go to a jail, you a zero. That's what justice is, it's what you wanted. That's what justice is, it's what we wanted. That's what justice is. Stay free if you want it. They try to turn me into a little G, into a little X. They try to turn you into a little X, so that's why I had to save your soul. Fuck off, bitch, now who's in control? Every day I want to watch the soul return. The Obamas make money and the Trumps to burn. Work on busting tables. How else could they stay in New York, in Florida without working in the place? It's a choice. Is it a choice or a requirement for you to make a living, Mr. Trump? Is it a democracy? And we want to vote. Should the Trumps earn a living? Lock them up if they don't want to work. Make them do coke on the street all day long and make them earn the right to stay in the United States while we all get rich and play. We want to know the way they got rich. We already know how it was. It's enslaving kids. So now we got the power, and that's what we want to see. Trump's working the job. That's what we wanted. Now you see what we get, what we want. We see we get what we asked for. A hard life we dreamed, though. It's a country that's free. It's a place where we ain't poor and the Trumps live on the streets. That's what justice is. It's what you wanted. That's what justice is. That's what we wanted. That's what justice is. See if you're free now, motherfucker. See if you're free. Stay free if you wanted. Stay free if you wanted. Stay free. Stay free if you wanted. It ain't bright enough for you if it ain't. You pick another color. Sorry, nigga, but you can't. You a slave. How is it now when it goes the other way? I ain't a fugazi, but you try to play me, motherfucker. Can you really stay? Pay me and work on the streets. It's pay us and work on the streets. Pay us and work on the streets. If your family wants to stay in America, stay. Pay me and work on the streets. Pay us and work on the streets. Pay us and work on the streets if your family wants to stay in America. If your family wants to stay in America. And if it isn't the Trumps who put this punk ass bitch system on the internet that enslaves everybody, makes us work, then it's the Clintons and the Bidens that need to work and sleep on the streets. Work and sleep on the streets. But I got a feeling that it's Trump who organized this and it's not the Obamas. Everybody want to go back to feeling hopeful and happy without Trump daddy, without Trump trying to be a daddy, a bad daddy. Goodbye to Donald, you always know we'll see you driving off in the caddy when you're dead. But as long as you're here, please try to give us some head. And let me see you work and sleep on the streets. Work and do coke and sleep on the streets. Earn your money, nigga. How else did he make money? I think he sold coke. Maybe that's another charge, a criminal one. The civil defense lawyers is not costing too much money for Donald. I think a real one, a real trial on a real criminal level might wake him up, might wake him up. A real criminal trial might wake him up. Is sleeping with me, sleeping with me, sleeping on the streets. A nigga like me might sleep on the streets. A nigga like me might sleep on the streets. A nigga like me might sleep on the streets. But hey, Trump should be there too. Trump should be there too. A nigga like me might sleep on the streets. A nigga like me might sleep on the streets. A nigga like me might sleep on the streets. So Trump should sleep there too. A nigga like on the street. A nigga like me might sleep on the streets. A nigga like me might sleep on the streets, so Trump should be there too. A nigga like me might sleep on the streets. A nigga like me might sleep on the streets. Is that why I'm better than you? Yeah, well, Trump should be there too. A nigga like me might sleep on the streets. A nigga like me might sleep on the streets. A nigga like me might sleep on the streets, so Trump should be there too. Be there too. Is he better than you? So that's the reason that we all feel better. We ain't never seen Trumps on the streets. We ain't never seen Trump sleep on the streets. We ain't never seen him sleep on the streets. We think he should be there too. A nigga like me might sleep on the streets. That's why I think I'm better than you. A nigga like me might sleep on the streets. We think Trump should be there too. Think Trump should be there too. Sleeping on the streets, working on a job, $9, $10, $15 an hour. How can